Everyone, Dan here. If you're an existing Mace customer, you should really look into getting Mission Monitor, particularly if you're doing sensor training, and I'm going to explain why in this video. So BSI has done a wonderful job of creating a third-party developer environment, and I've taken that and I've run with it, thus creating the product Mission Monitor. So let's take a closer look at what we have. So this is a product that runs on the web server that's inside of Mace. So if you're on a browser that's on the local area network with Mace, you can have access to all this information. And I've had a whole suite of different apps that are useful for the instructor to help with training. Now I had an app on here that's a map where you can track where all the entities are and what they're doing and all the vital information that you need to glean for that without having to push the Mace operator out of the way to get it. But as I started looking closer at the sensor side of things, I realized that it needed its own type of map, and that's what I want to feature today in today's video. So let's go ahead and click on that. And you see that it opens up to Eyeball 3.3, which is our MQ9 here in the video. And I'm going to go ahead and move the sensor to the target area. Now this is what's cool, is that if I switch to IR, okay, I can see that there's a firefight going on. And if I want to figure out who's who and where and what's going on, I can actually open up what's inside the sensor footprint and see what is in there. So if I want to focus just on the enemy, you can see that we have only the red team inside the field of view of the sensor. And then I can move back over to the friendlies, and you see that we only have blue team over there. So that's an easy way for the instructor to keep tabs of what's going on. So looking at this mission, this is a pretty typical mission for the purposes of luring the sensor operator into looking at the thing that they're not supposed to be looking at. For example, we have an aircraft at the end of the runway, which is a nice juicy target, and it'll be really cool to watch that blow up once the F-16s get overhead. Or, you know, we obviously don't want anything bad to happen during the tick, so we're, you know, keeping an eye on the friendlies. But in this scenario, our main purpose is to look for vehicles that are trying to flank the friendly position. So that's our sensor tasking. So we're just going to go ahead and do that real quick, and I'm going to go to the main road and follow that and look for any movers. Switch back to IR. And yeah, there it is. Switch to EO. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and lock him up there. So you see there that we have the 50 cal technical inside there. So say we have a sensor operator that's not really doing what they're supposed to be doing, and then they try to lawyer up in the debrief. So we can actually create a heat map of where they've been looking at during the mission. So I'm going to go ahead and bring that up there. And I'm going to tweak this to where it's a little exaggerated, because you can see that it takes 5 minutes for the heat map to fully heat up. I'm going to wind that all the way down. So just for this demonstration here. Okay, so we and then see where we are moving the sensor over time. And, you know, obviously if we were over the friendlies for too long, that would glow really, really hot there. And we can kind of adjust the intensity over time. And you can change the color as well. Okay, so what's cool about all this is that we can take all this information and then export it. So I'm going to click Export to GeoTIFF, and that's going to save it to my Downloads folder. And I'm going to bring up Mace here, and we're going to take that GeoTIFF that I just exported and drop it in. Oop, wrong one. There we go. Drop it in. There we go. Okay, and we can go into this, change the appearance just a little bit so it's a little bit more useful. And we can see where I was looking over time, that green spot right there. And we could change the colors and do all sorts of cool stuff. That's available in Mace. So the last part that I want to show you is that if you have a network where you can actually connect up your tablet or your phone, like a ATAC, WinTAC, you know, type of device, you can also have my phone right here. Follow what's going on in the mission with your device. And yeah, that works too. All right, so if you're interested in Mission Monitor, head over to defiantxr.com. Mace is the best damn simulation software out there because I helped build it, and Mission Monitor is going to make it even better. So defiantxr.com, contact me there. Out here.